That makes me upset. I'll figure it out. So what did we cover last week? Who remembers? Who remembers it all? We're going through tesuji. And the first tesujis that we covered are
loose ladders.
Loose ladders. And, well, no, that's sort of related. But the first tesujis in Davy's tesujis are nets, loose ladder, specifically the clamping tesuji. Does that sound familiar? What is called the slapping tesuji?
We covered that last week.
I don't think we went over that last week.
Slapping
Maybe a
tesuji?
little bit.
No? Yeah. We covered the nets for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Okay, so as from the connection one last week. All right, connection number 2. Did folks have questions about connection number 2, which was 2 weeks ago? So you're probably not thinking about it.
It was 1 week ago for me.
1 week ago for someone. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
All right, so I want to look at a couple of those questions, a couple of those problems. The first one we'll look at here, number 2. All right, quick show of hands also. How many people played games last week? How many people had played rated games? How many people had questions about them? One of you had every single other you. It's like I know exactly what happened. Is that really true?
They weren't worth reviewing.
They're not worth reviewing.
I knew why I
resigned.
We learned, we moved on, mistakes were made.
I mean, I won them. They're lucky to win.
That's funny.
I either know why I resigned or I know why Dave resigned.
I swear, magnets give me the most problems. Like, I don't even. What is this? I don't even. All right, so it is this one. And there's some other stuff around here, but basically these white stones need to connect because there's a whole bunch of black stones in here. Everybody remember the shape here?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get all the important stones up and then I'll put in all that. All right. So it's like this. Look familiar? All right. A lot of you got the right first answer, which is this one. But not a lot of you finished it up correctly. So, we've got one of these situations where it's going to be this one and this one, right? Obviously, we're going to clamp on one side, and then we're going to clamp on the other side, and we're going to see what happens. And the order is kind of important because there's always the possibility that one can do this, right? Instead of doing this both times, right? So, not a lot of guidelines here other than you should read both, and you should read about which order is better for black. A lot of folks assume black is going to start here, and then, well, it doesn't really matter all that much. But if we do this, then we're kind of in trouble once black goes here, right? Right? So we can see that we're going to need to do that. And then the next, so once we've read that black is going to play on this side here, and that white has to stand up. Now the question here is a little bit of finesse. Some people just play this and they were like, cool, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right, exactly, and this is problems because now black can disconnect underneath. Right? Instead, the important point here is that this key point becomes your key point. Now if black descends when you play here, you capture the string. When black pulls back, you can connect. Straightforward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just a small little bit of order, a finesse in order of moves. Make sense? Makes sense. Okay, the next one we
If
want
black
to
slaps
do.
on the other side,
What was that?
do you do the same thing if black plays the other way?
To do the same thing if black plays the other way.
No, you can't.
If black plays the other way, you have to do this one.
Yeah.
And now it makes it clear that you have to play this one,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
That you're not going to, yeah. Right?
Mhm.
So it's almost easier to see what happens when black starts on this side because it's obvious that you have to play here. Right? Whereas when black plays on this side, you can make the choice between whether you're standing up. Make sense? Cool. All right, next one. Let's see. So you've set up a problem that you want to look at specifically?
Yeah, that's from the loose ladder ones.
From the loose ladder ones that I just sent out last night, or the ones that I sent
Last
out
week's.
Last week's. Okay, which one am I putting up? It's so disappointing. So, you guys have any questions from last week or this week? How'd you find them? Were they hard?
The loose ladder ones?
Yeah. Did we like them? Were they better?
Easier than the connection ones for sure.
What was that?
Easier than the connection ones.
Easier than the connection ones. Yeah, the connection ones were a little hard, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, like, even I'm screwing up. Like, is that a co? I don't know. Alright, so this one here. This one was black to play. How many folks have their copy of this on them?
Loose ladders?
Because it would be a lot easier if folks could, like, look at, this is connection number 2.
Which problem?
Connection number 2, the ones I just gave back. This is
Find
problem
which problem on there.
number 4.
Alright.
Or you're holding.
Oh, this
I'm
one.
holding yours. No, I'm not holding yours. I don't have yours.
That's not mine?
No, it isn't. This is mine. Oh, yeah, you should have
You
yours.
did mine back.
I give it back.
I had it too.
I am not a thief.
You were looking for number 1 or something.
I was. I did, and I totally took Holly's copy of it.
This one was impossible.
This one was impossible.
Which one was it?
I got a code, but I don't think black has to, or white has to play it.
You got a code, but you don't think white has to play it. This is another one of those, like, the order of moves is important. As we all know, Go is the order of moves. All of them are played. You just are playing them in some arbitrary order. Okay, so black to connect these guys. Nearly everybody finds this one. And nearly everybody knew that this was white's strongest reply.
So black has to block, right?
Black has to block.
Well, black has to cut.
Black has to cut.
Yeah.
Only it's here is where folks kind of fell apart. Some people just sort of like blithely assume that this would work, which doesn't. You play here, they connect. You play here's Atari, they capture, and now they have me. I am capturing your stone here, capturing your 2 stones here, right? This pattern should look really familiar, because everybody remember the pattern that we talked about a couple days ago? A couple weeks ago? Couple weeks ago. Everybody remember this one, where we were talking about how do we prevent white from connecting underneath on the edge?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody remember that? And it's this one. Anybody need a refresher on this one? When white tries to connect underneath, he cuts. This stone ends up being perfectly placed to capture. Everybody remember?
What happens though if, this question about this.
Yeah.
What happens if white first plays, 2, I can't read
Just
the
describe it.
character.
When?
There's a single stone that's been cut off. The
Right
white
now?
Stone, and white, play Atari's the, 3 black stones.
Right here.
Yeah, and then black captures.
Yeah.
And then white connects at the start point.
Yeah, it blacks a lot. And
Okay.
so these are cut off, right? The point was that in the original position, white is playing here because he can't make life for one of the 2 halves,
Okay.
right? And it's imperative to stop that connection. Like whether that means there's a bunch of black stones over here, or whether that means there's a bunch of black stones over here. Either way, the result at the end, like you can visualize that whole result from here. If you can see that whole thing in your head, you can figure out how screwed the stones on either side are going to be. And that's what makes you decide to play here or here. Or maybe that's what makes white decide whether or not they have to do this and let this happen, right? So far, so well? Cool. So this is similar to that shape, right? In fact, it's really, really similar to that shape. And so we already know we're sort of in some trouble here because it's like they've already done that. So, like I said, a lot of folks sort of blithely were like, oh, cool, this will work. Totally won't.
Atari the other way?
Got to Atari this way, which since it's double Atari, white can't connect here, right? Important observation, which means this is what we got. Best we can do.
So what if white connects there?
So what if white connects there? Whew. Okay, so
'Cause
white connects. Where do we have to go?
black tries to connect, white can kind of play another stone. I guess you're going to get a double Atari though.
White's gonna play where?
Right, so cut if white wants to do it.
White has to cut.
Yeah, white has to cut.
Okay.
Black. I couldn't get this to work out for black. It seemed like white could still trap black.
Seems to me it depends on the ladder.
So
No.
white chose pushing, or black chose pushing out, white can just extend one more. I don't know. This is what I ended up at, but I assumed that white could connect the co and be okay.
Looks like a ladder to me for black.
Does it? How many liberties are there on the top?
4.
4.
4. Is this one's, well,
There's something more.
yeah, depends on the ladder. Let's see, did I transcribe the whole problem?
Yeah, there weren't any missing stones in the part that matters.
Does black even have a ladder? Because white's got that other stone.
Yeah,
This is here.
yeah.
I left that one off. Does this not change anything?
Not the ladder.
It's not gonna help white.
Are you sure? That's not gonna help white, is it gonna help black?
Oh, yeah, that's okay. So
There's
black
so
pushes
much ladder.
out, or black plays Atari and pushes.
Uh-huh.
Why does not? Why doesn't black just push up? Yeah, that's center.
I left 2 stones.
So yeah, let's play
It
that out.
keeps changing.
It makes it harder, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Keeps changing.
Doesn't help.
So what happens if black tries to escape?
So we're looking at what happens if black tries to escape. But
So you can't play that.
is this sente? Yes, it is. It takes a liberty off of us. We don't want to do that really.
Wait, can white take the other black
Yeah,
liberty?
you can take this black.
And now black's totally screwed though, so black wouldn't.
Probably totally hosed, right? So we don't want to make this exchange unless we have to. However, we push our way out really ugly like. So tell you what, let's not make this exchange until we have to. We assume white's going to have to block here.
I don't see it working though.
And now we have 2 liberties.
Now we have 2 liberties. It's another ladder. There's another ladder question here.
You need to show the ladder. Oh.
Oh, there's the ladder. And are those stones there part of the problem?
No.
No.
No, these stones are not. Yeah.
But then black's not gonna be connected in the end.
What was that?
Black's gonna have to give up those 2 stones to save the bigger group.
Yeah, but if he does, then white's corner's at risk.
Oh, true.
No, it's not, because there's a white stone
White's got the
at
cutting.
17-4.
White's
He
got
left
the,
off.
17.
Yeah.
White's got the cutting stones in the ladder.
This is what I get for being in a rush. White's got the cutting stones in the ladder.
Fine, black has the cutting stones in the ladder.
But it's not
Yeah,
a ladder.
yeah, he's got the cutting stones in the ladder.
Yeah.
This is the ending.
But that's not a ladder.
This is a ladder.
Yeah. No,
Oh, the ladder there, yeah.
That's a
But that
ladder.
gives up the 2 stones we were trying to
This
connect
is a
to.
ladder.
no, you can do it
You
the other
just-
way.
You can ladder white's other 2 stones.
Sure.
Can't you?
Yeah, go back.
Yeah, you can
You
ladder.
turn down
You've got like a couple different choices on ladders here.
Then you connect them.
Yeah.
Oh, so you should play that Atari, so you connect your stones up, and then, okay.
Yeah. It depends on the ladders. Sure.
Yeah, 2 ladders. One of them will work.
I mean, surely there's no such thing as a double ladder break. I didn't see any
Not when they're right
any
next
games
to
where
each-
that's in there.
Not when they start right next to each other.
That's right. Okay, 2, 4. All right. Well, then one of the other ones that was really tricky was number 14. If the folks have number 14 handy, it'll take me less time to set up. Oh, okay, 14.
Yeah, that one didn't have many stones.
What was that?
That one didn't have many stones.
No, it doesn't. So it should be pretty quick.
Also
Quick to
doesn't
set
make
up,
any sense.
hard to read.
Quick to set up, hard to read. Because this is a situation where most of the time we just sort of stop reading very quickly. We're like, hey, this totally breaks the connection, right? And in fact, most of the time it does. Which means if we don't want to, if we're going to need to do something exceptional here, because we already sort of have learned through frequent repetition that this is a good way to divide completely. If we just go here, and then like connect, we're like out of luck, right? So we're going to need to do something more ambitious in this case, which is that double hunting and setting up a code. And this is a great code to know about how to set up, because it, first of all, this stone's important. the stone's not here, you don't really have a go. Or I guess you need another alternative that makes like a two-step go. Also, black is going to have some like local close-ups to just extend if he just wants to get these. Either way, the observation is that white is not risking a lot here in this situation as we see it. So this is a great example of like, this is a free ko, black's already counting on these being dead. So if you know this is here, you can wait until, you know, maybe you've got another dead group. You ever hear the phrase, the person with the dead group wins all the codes? Good thing to know about. You have the dead group, you'll win the codes. Yeah. So lose your stones early, lose them often, win all the codes. But if you know that, then you can just sort of leave this here until the right time when you just want to be like, hey, cool. And if at any point black owes you another move here to do this, that's great. You've got 2 free moves somewhere else. So really painful for black to come back and add another stone. All right, so this one's interesting. The next one, though, is number 15, which is a similar shape. And so nearly everybody said, oh, we can just descend here. And I want folks to look for a refutation of why they can't just descend from number 15 real quick. While I set it up, which will take forever. Although I guess this one also doesn't really have that many. Anybody got any suggestions for like ways I can do this quicker?
Set up the problems quicker?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it maybe it's just me that it feels like it takes forever. Maybe it's not actually that onerous of a...
That's fine.
Can we set up like a projector?
I don't know, how do the pros set up the problems when they do workshops?
I don't. Usually it's just...
You just throw a handful of stones at the ball.
And that's your problem right there.
Push for another
No,
stone.
they don't really do a lot of problem analysis because that's... Usually you'll see a lot of opening analysis because there's fewer stones. It works great. Anyway, okay, so this is a similar shape. So just about everybody said, hey, black can just descend here,
Oh, geez.
but you can't.
14,
Why not?
2.
What was that?
14.
What?
14-2.
No.
Uh,
Take that.
now what?
Try and cut out.
Try and cut.
Oh no, 12 moves.
Oh, black's done there.
There's a black stone there? I'm sorry, am I missing something?
No, black's done there, I said.
Black is done
Black
there.
oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, this works well enough. Yeah, this works fine.
Oh, no, yeah.
Doesn't
yeah.
black just get 2 eyes?
Doesn't black just get 2 eyes? Really? Black gets 2 eyes here?
I was thinking of entirely the other way, but still.
Yeah, I think it does.
The honey? No, I have to connect. Yeah, black gets 2 eyes. Okay, these guys are still disconnected.
Right.
That's why it's a connecting
Right,
problem.
right, right.
Not like can you live independently problem. Okay, so just descending doesn't work. There's another way that just descending doesn't work, which I like a little better, which was to just play here with the idea that it forces this exchange first. And now this will work fine. Right.
I don't see that.
Oops, sorry.
Okay.
2 triangles. Triangle.
Totally lied. Works great. Okay, so this doesn't work. So what does work?
Can you take that stone?
Hmm?
Can you take away 13 moves?
Right, so what does work? Thank you.
Kasumi on the first line.
Kasumi on the first line. Yes.
Oh,
Followed by white playing where?
14-2?
Right. Followed by black playing where?
Yeah.
Right. Followed by, it's only, is it ko?
After black.
This is your question. Is this ko?
No.
Why not?
Why is too many cutting?
White has too many cutting points. This is amazing.
Million.
This is amazing. Even if you give white another Atari, he still won't be able to connect. Like if he Atari's this way, we go this way. He Atari's this way, we go this way. Either way, the way these 2 stones here and these 2 stones here are set up, you are going to be able to cut white. So far, so good? Okay, so this was another cute one. So again, like I said, these were kind of hard problems. again, because these are shapes that are not super intuitive. But it is a neat little reading problem. All right, we got one more here. So that one was not code. The last one is number 16. And number 16, I haven't seen anybody get number 16 right. So if you guys want to take a look at 16 in your own time, give it another shot. I've already pointed out some wrong solutions, which we can use that 1, 2, 3 reading idea, you know, where we look and we see, does that not work? Okay, then let's see what does work. You can do that to find the right answer. So far, so good? Okay, so if you guys don't have a copy of it, why don't you put number 16 down on the board and we'll take a little break to discuss it. Okay? So put it on your boards, brainstorm some ideas, get the right answer. I believe in our collective power. Yeah, what's up?
White, black, and then white tries to cut. But we have more liberties this time, so let's go here. White, can white cut over there? I don't think so. This is ladder.
Yeah.
This
Booyah!
stone matters.
Isn't this stone important here? Isn't that nice? All right, so let's go back. Let's go back. So go back to the first move that you had there, and the first white move.
I think it started off like this.
We started like this, and then we had black and then white.
Nope, we started off like this.
That's
and
Yes.
black
right
and then
first
white.
answer, right?
And then we had black drawing back, right?
I wish that works.
So let's switch this to white here. Now what happens?
Black has to.
Gotta go here or it's all
So
over.
now what happens?
White's gotta
Same
cut.
thing as before.
Now what
Black,
happens?
white, black, white, black, white,
Get
black,
that same
and
answer.
the
that's
and
the
the inverse
same
still
as before.
okay.
It's transposed, right?
It's all right.
So what have we discovered from this analysis? So first of all, we observed that with this is the starting move. When white plays here, black can take the key point. Whereas if white plays here,
Black screwed.
black's screwed. So by process of elimination, we know we have to
Guess that.
start here, right? So far, so good? Incidentally, if black tries any of the other connection points, this ends up being the one that refutes it, right? So this is that 1, 2, 3 analysis that the guy was talking about in the lecture, where you find the wrong first move, and then you find the wrong second move, so you conclude that after getting the third move, everything's okay. What you really should do is you should say, hey, what happens if they take that third move for a second move? And then say, oh wow, that refutes it. Okay, well what if I take that second move as a first move, right? So it's sort of going backwards. Make sense? Okay, this was easily the trickiest
Now
problem
looking
this
at
week.
it, this actually kind of looks like it obviously connects at this point.
Oh yeah, obviously, right?
annoying.
And it's actually
Which is
related.
annoying.
Did you put your problem up there? Because it's related to your problem. that you
No, I was
just put
going
up.
to, but I wanted to see what the answer was.
Oh, okay, well now you know. Now you know.
Yeah,
So everybody
I
see
was
this
gonna-
now?
I was gonna say the original. This also
Well,
replaces
what-
the
wait.
microphone.
Trying to look.
Black, white. It's the same problem, isn't it? It still works.
Wait,
What you got?
What you got? Let's do
What you
it.
got? Let's see
Let's
it.
get everybody
Well, that's the
satisfied.
correct answer. Oh, you think white?
Why does this not quite work out? for
Because
white?
this stone's an
That
Atari.
stone's
Right.
an Atari, right?
let's see now.
Curse that stone.
Curse that stone.
I mean, we're on black side technically here, but
Right. Okay. makes sense.
good to know.
Wild, isn't it?
Oh,
And the interesting thing also, let's look at just the success variation one more time, is that, first of all, this would be a trap. Don't fall for it.
it's a trap.
That's
Is that right here, this part here, after white cuts and black plays here, it's important to look at how effective this stone keeps these guys from moving anywhere. When white tries to come out like this, look at how you can't play here because we've got a ladder, right? It's really the only way that these cutting stones get to go anywhere is if they come out like this.
Woo, triangle.
And then black can come back here and do the right shape, right?
And white still has to worry about.
Still has to worry.
Would it be better to hit the nose there or no?
Hit the nose, not if it doesn't work. Probably not.
Still can't.
And then if white goes there, this is Atari.
I would be really nervous about all of the liberty problems back here personally, but that's
That might even be better to just.
Fix yourself first.
just do that. Yeah, maybe. Good question.
Catch a
But I
break.
mean, that depends. We're kind of outside the scope of the problem.
Yeah, okay.
But I like taking their liberties a lot more than I like
Being Miami.
caring
Yeah.
about the tail.
Yeah.
Like, because now saving these guys is
Small.
endgame, right?
Mm.
Saving these guys also is endgame, whereas capturing these guys might have more of an effect on you.
And it's
Okay,
same-
cool.
They're kind of the same size.
All right, this shape is related to the shape that Harley had a question about, which drove him crazy. So let's all take some sort of assembly over here and talk about this one.
Are these mine?
So far, so good?
Yes, they are mine.
Cool, we'll put these here.
Do you want these better?
What was that?
Oh, there's one more that was also really hard.
It's
I
a
think.
problem.
13.
It's a problem. It's black.
Number
Am I just crazy or is that not hard?
13. 13 was hard, yeah. Oh, yeah, I wanted to look at 13. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Cool. Put that one up next. Okay, so, white to play and connect. 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 How many folks got it? Who's got it? Who's got it? Who's got it? Who's got it?
Honey.
Hi! What? This one?
Yes, it's the obvious move.
It's the obvious move. Okay, what happens when we hunt?
We die.
We read.
cut.
We read, then
And
what
then white
happens?
Atari.
The white Ataris, and then black connects. And then what happens?
And
White connects.
It's lack of a co?
Yeah.
No, it's not a code.
No,
it's
not
black
even a code.
connects.
Oh no.
And now everything is dead. You lose. Good day, sir. Okay, let's start.
Game?
You think this is a game? It is a game. You should have fun. And you should also play it better than this. Okay. So, this doesn't work. Okay. It's related to the previous shape. Not the same as it, but it's related. Okay, so white to do this. This is
Oh,
like
just
A to
descend,
C.
just descend.
Just descend.
Oh, I had the other descend.
The other descend. Now what happens? Honey.
Oh
Honey.
no, no, still dead, still dead.
Still dead.
All right. Other
Look,
descend.
look, then leap. Look, then leap.
What about one space jump to the first line?
The order of moves is important. One space jump to the first line. This is a good idea. It almost works, but I'm going to take this point. Now what's going to happen?
Oh, okay, so that's
Can
your
you
answer
can you
then.
see the whole deal? Can you see what happens here? You play here. I play here. You cut. I play here. Atari. You capture.
Yeah,
I play here. Atari. You connect. I push through, and your stones run. Do you see it all? Do you see the whole deal?
No, but I-
No. We'll do it. We'll see the whole thing.
Take him in.
Visualize. Take a second. Look at it.
Oh, yes.
Do we see now how this works?
That's a nuisance.
Isn't that a nuisance? It's super awesome, actually, in my humble opinion. Which is similar to here. Same problem. So, which means we try this move for white. Okay, so now what do we'll have to look for? Okay, so what things don't work?
Well, the obvious move is to take the elephant eye.
The obvious move is to take the elephant eye, and then when white plays here, black plays here, and now when white cuts, he's got the diagonal tesuji. Everybody's learned or covered the we haven't gotten this one yet, but it's kind of important because you can't take this liberty without putting yourself in it, without taking one of your own. That's why this diagonal move at the edge is one of these like tesujis for winning capturing races. It's in James Davies' tesujis for winning capturing races. It's the chapter, how to win. Okay. So this one doesn't work out so well. What about if we try this one? We're trying to bait out white playing here, which reverts to that thing where the stones get captured. Harley, what do you think?
I can't tell. It's
Just descend.
Jump out one space.
Jump out one
Oh,
space.
just push.
Just push. If we just push. Just push. Now I play Atari.
Oh, right.
Now I play. Ooh. Here, yeah, that's right.
That's where white should play.
Yeah. Well, doesn't matter where white plays.
No, I mean, instead of the one jumping out.
Instead of this one? This one.
Yeah, instead of that one. On the second one.
So do this one.
Yeah,
Why does this not work?
because that doesn't work.
Why does it not work? Because it doesn't work.
Because it doesn't work, because we're back in
Because
the
it's
other
just
state.
Atari. You're just toast.
There.
You're out of liberties. So, we're so close. It's the jump. It's the jump. Another way to think of it is that without this exchange, it's like a monkey jump from here down to here. Right?
Oh, and it works because black isn't connected.
It works because black isn't connected. That's right. It works, technically, this one works because black isn't connected and can't challenge white to this capturing race. But this is the subtle point, is that this move connects out to
What
here.
if black wedges and then
What if black wedges where?
right there, white has to Atari? No.
Yes.
And then black plays
Yes.
the
Atari.
other Atari.
What?
What if black plays Atari instead of connected?
Yes. What if black plays Atari where?
On the 4 stones.
Okay.
And it's still connected. Okay, never mind.
And you,
You connect, I connect.
Yeah.
Hasn't changed the shape.
Yeah. There's a ladder that works in the problem. May even be this one.
That was one more down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Much of a much.
Okay.
So far so good? Cool. Cool. This is a cool little problem. It's a nice thing to know. It'll happen like twice in your life, but God, you'll feel really clever when it does. All right. So, did someone have another question about the problems that we wanted to look at? Loose ladder problem. Somebody had a question.
Did you say you wanted to go over 13?
13. Isn't this 13?
No, 13 was the...
13 from which one? From the connection number 2?
connection number 2.
13. Oh yeah, 13. Oh yeah, that one. That was different.
Good, we've done them all.
Yeah, at this point we'll have done almost all of them, which is a good indication that this homework was too hard. For which I apologize. I prostrate myself and beg for your forgiveness, etc., etc., etc. All right, so who's got their copies? By the way, if you haven't got it yet, you should bring your copies of homework to class so that you're not just sitting here like, oh, I wonder what he's going to put up. Right? Yeah? You can do that? No? Bueller? All right, so white is trying to connect these stones out here. These stones out here, which is important, I think, because one or the other sets of stones is in trouble. Okay,
Alone they die.
what was that?
Alone they die.
Right. This is another one of those, like, the order of moves is super important. But you do have to read fairly deeply to see that you can't just, like, play here and cut. Right? Because it's just not going to work. Black to block. Doesn't matter what you try. Black will be A-OK. So, this is no question the problem. If we do this, though. Do this. Black can play here now. Right? It's really a pain. You do this one, he'll play here. You do this one, he'll play here. Either way, this is reinforcing the cut already. But if we cut directly, how does that change everything?
Black does
This
that.
changes everything. Black does the net.
You just connect up.
You can just connect.
In black.
Now you have to read this doesn't matter,
Enough
which is common.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be tricky.
Can black just give up those 2 stones and capture the ones on the left?
Looking
Yeah,
at
which
that. Atari instead of net.
Yeah.
15-4. No,
the other
yeah,
side.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aha!
And then we just drive them up. And then
Aha! That's assuming that we're going to save this stuff.
Yeah.
But we've cut in preparation
Oh,
of playing this move that almost worked previously. And how is it different? Well, now, if black tries to descend this way to block me, now I can connect, and I'm going to win this race, no question. Right? Oops. And if we try and come through this way, this, if you try and, it's the same deal. It's like, Sente, right?
And if black takes the stone?
Black takes the stone, what, this way?
No. First the Ataris.
First the Atari's this way.
No, the other Atari.
First the Atari's this way.
Now white comes up.
Right here.
Now
Black
he
takes
takes
the
the stone.
Now we're connected.
Yes. Of course.
This is a tricky little problem, right? Tricky little problem.
And what if the Atari is the other way at the way beginning?
What was that?
What if black Atari is the other way at the way beginning?
Black Atari.
Atari cut and the Atari's
This way.
top, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, this is maybe one of the trickier
Is this,
things to do.
you just have to read that?
Is it gonna be the
Capture
same number as
erase again?
before?
Well, it's going to be a capture next.
Yeah. We
Could be
just
a
said,
But didn't we just say that capturing method is no good? It's
No.
birds right now.
This one?
yeah.
We can actually read this capture next. So we have 5 liberties here.
Alright,
There's
so
three
black
liberties
plays
here.
at 18-2, I assume.
There's an 18
I
to
thought that.
White's gonna play at 19-1,
We're assuming.
we're assuming.
And actually it's 19 to.
And 19-2, yes. Not in the, nobody's gonna play in the 1-1.
17-1, just to be in mind.
That leaves co-potential.
Yeah.
Sure does.
So the-
We still have a lot of
I was
liberties.
gonna
over
say,
there.
that's not
Yeah.
much potential.
I'm just going to take the liberty.
Yeah,
I mean, this is like a 5-step approach code for black, right?
it's not code at all.
No, you could,
You
because
could
black
connect.
can
Well,
connect.
No, you're going to
Yeah,
have to
one-one.
eventually come.
Yeah.
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 No, this is
Well,
another
then
one.
white just connects.
This is not, like, the worst case is that this is a
Yeah.
18-step code. We just connect.
Yeah, white's still good.
Black takes a liberty
Mhm.
with a stone that has a magnet on it.
And then white
Aha.
has 3 liberties.
You play here, you play here. I mean, this is what I mean when I say it is still kind of a code, right?
Yeah.
Because you're
White's
still going to
still
have to do this.
has to play the code.
1, 2, 3 steps.
But black probably can't play that.
I know.
Gonna have a lot of captures.
However, there's an alternative, which is you don't have to play here. You can play here. Does that change the calculus
White
any?
doesn't have a stone. Black
What was
doesn't have a stone.
No, black is, it's after the.
Black kind of.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Right here, here.
Yes.
You do this, play Atari, you do this, connect.
Crash and burn.
Black plays here, he has 4 liberties, I have 5 liberties. One of his liberties is an I, but
Not much of an
yeah, now we're kind of out of luck. It's White's turn, so it's actually 3 to 5. So 1 shared liberty means it's okay. Right? Any choices for anybody anywhere through here? So, there was one choice. There was one choice, which was right here. Black doesn't have to play here and get a target. He could just play here. In case White plays here. And that's a little different. It's a little different. Not really very different. What was that?
Black could Hane instead of extend.
Well, what it is Black can cut here to make White have to
Yeah.
So game one,
gain 1.
black is behind by more than one.
Black's behind by 1. Good work. Okay, cool. So, and this is the simplest thing to read. The other thing we can do is we don't necessarily have to assume that we make those. Yeah, this is the simplest thing. Okay, let's do that one. Okay, now next up, loose ladder questions. Folks had some loose ladder questions. Which ones were they?
Number of.
Number
Number
2. Everybody wants to know number
One
2.
question really quickly in
Yeah,
there.
what's up?
If, to go back to address after the cut, what if black plays the net shape again?
Yeah.
Do we go down?
Did we go over this one?
Yeah.
White can
White
kind of do
does-
anything.
White has choices. You can do this one or
Oh,
reverse.
yeah, just reverse, okay, take it back.
Now, it's interesting that black can capture the stone best by going this way. Because the idea is that this black drives through it. He gives up those to get these.
Next.
If you satisfied yourself that this works, that's fine. The other thing is that white, for if he's feeling, I don't know, not very adventurous, can now connect underneath like this. Because this is a target. Right?
Very, but what black
We
can
go to
still, can
What's that?
black give up the 2 stones earlier and drive through again? Can black give up the 2 stones after that
After the Hane.
If we
Oh
do
yeah, that's a good point. Black can totally do that.
net, Hane,
Right here,
and then just
and
drive
you say,
through.
I don't care. No.
Is that good enough?
Well, then white can still hunt
Yeah, can black play anything back? Can
It's the
no,
same.
it's the same thing.
Good thought. Cool. All right. Number 2. Who was? Anybody set it up anywhere? No. Me? Did you set it up?
I think it was over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it on one of them
You put
earlier.
it on now? Number 2 from our loose ladder problem, right? Man, I really can't focus at all.
Focus, man, focus.
It's harder than it looks. All right, so what do people get? What are we trying? What's the problem? Okay, so a number of folks, let's get a couple things right out of the way. Some folks are saying, hey, I can try some crazy net monkey business like this or something. Except for, except for
Yeah.
this whole sequence works fine for black. 3 liberties on black stones, but whites never get more than 2. Right? Game over, all she wrote. All right, help me make sure I've returned this to its original position, because I'm terrible at it. Just terrible.
These ones are going.
All right, so here we are. Okay. So this is a development question. What else did we try? Anybody try anything? Anybody think they got it? Anybody think they got it? You want to show?
Oh yeah, I also tried this, but I didn't get
You can't
anything
remove
working.
stones from the board.
The stones on the board are important. That's right.
There's a black stone here too.
Yeah. So it's actually a whole board problem, right? Which is kind of a nice way to look at it. The question is, we've got this weak group down here, no eyes. It's got this thing sitting right on its vital shape point. How do we develop these stones in the best way?
Atari
We play Atari
and loose ladder.
and loose ladder, right? And the observation here is
Play the ladder that doesn't
you
work.
make the sacrifice bigger, that's these guys, right? You just play the whole thing out. Black has to come back and play. This is Atari. Black has to play again. You play this one. And now what do we think of this result? This stone is faded into nothingness. These guys have totally come out. This is now connected. Black had better do something like this over here. Right? So far so good? Okay, that's that one. It's the next one. Any questions about this? Everybody
Seems a little.
still seems
Black
a
has a lot of profit in the corner. It seems
a
like.
lot of profit in the corner. Are you kidding me? You
Pshaw.
get the split.
Okay.
This is a 10-point corner, and that's a lot of stones for it.
Fair enough.
And you've pincered
I'm
this
so worried
stone.
I'm going to lose all that potential territory. I think it's too often.
Take heart, man. Have courage. The hurt cannot be much. Oh, all right. So far so good. That's not there.
Yeah, very nice.
Black, for his part, should find something better.
Oh, is it not over?
That would be fine. No, actually, but as soon as you play Atari, you should think about maybe this one. Somewhat more interesting. White may capture, may cut. I don't know. It depends on other things. But surely black should see that coming and maybe think, maybe I don't want to do anything there
This is
just yet.
gonna hurt.
That's right. That's right. Okay, next. Oh, shoot, we were going to do this one after we did the slapping. Okay, go ahead. Go. Show me what you got.
So I don't really get anywhere. I tried this just
You got
because
that
it's forcing.
Because it is forcing.
Forcing to connect
The
us.
good first thing to realize. Anybody know where this problem is from?
Yeah.
Anybody know where this problem is from, by the way? This is an entry on Sensei's library called Reading Problems. That's right.
But then I got stuck here. Even if you, so if you go
What about
here,
this one?
Deep and eight.
Right. Which are the important stones? Of
These
those,
two.
those two, not that one, right?
mhm,
So what happens after this?
White
white screws,
side.
white tries
The empty
this,
triangle has to. And black?
just keeps going.
Yep. Play it out. Because it turns out there's a stone that's like hanging out by the edge of the board, looking all unimportant, and becomes totally vital.
Bam! Where did you come from?
Boom! That black stone is totally important.
Interesting. All right. And that's that.
That's it. Good work.
Cool.
Good work, team. So, can you roll it back to the opening there?
Oh god. Maybe I can.
Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Yes.
I think it's.
Nope.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, there we go.
So that first observation is that first connection there.
That's really cool.
Super important.
Mhm.
Super, super important. All right. Let's talk a bit about the tesujis we wanted to cover today. The slapping tesuji, the nose tesuji, the clamping tesuji. How many people know what they all are? How many people know every single one of them? And never miss them in any of their games. I made myself sad.
All the face parts are in this game.
All the what?
The face parts, you've got eyes,
Eyes, nose.
you've got the nose, you've
Yeah,
got
the
the
mouth.
ear reddening move.
That's right.
That's pretty.
By the way, everybody know the answer. How many folks get the ADA e-journal? By the way, yes. Yes. How many folks saw that article about it being in, what is it, MTV's Teen Wolf?
They're really obsessed with that show.
They keep putting go in it. If they stop putting go in it, we'll stop being obsessed with it. But
This is funny.
it is pretty funny. So, thing about MTV's Teen Wolf. And so anyway, did anyone recognize that game, by the way? The game from the still where they were like, hey, we were told it's a famous game. It's the ear reddening one. Like 100% sure it's the ear reddening one. Like I don't even need to look. Of course it's the ear reddening one. What am I even doing
It's a
here?
giant daisha, it's
Like
favorably
that.
for white.
What was that?
If it's a giant daisha that ended favorably for white, it's
Probably the ear reddening one. Right. Okay. Next. Yep. Okay, so. Okay, here we are. We talked last week, we talked a lot about that whole, like, the things that happen after you cross-cut and somebody extends, and how stones develop after that, right? We talked about how one of the most elementary ways that we learn to capture stones is that this move here is threatening this move here, right? We talked about that one, and how that's why one of the things that you have here is this one, right? Good? So this shape is so super important, right? We talked about, I don't know if I called it such, but I said this was the slapping tesuji. So, slap is played here. White is played here. What's the move? Boom! We can immediately fly to it, right? Doesn't matter what happens, but we do need to read the rest of the problem. Right? Here. Satari. Oh gosh, it's Atari, but who cares? Because we can connect, and they're done. Right? Which means that right here, where does white have to play?
Triangle. Run like a triangle.
Painful, but you gotta. And you gotta because you know that that slapping tesuji exists. So that problem we just looked at kind of has the slapping tesuji in it. Clamping tesuji. This one's a little bit more straightforward for me to set up. Oh, I can't. I forgot how to. Okay, clamping tesuji. What do we think it is?
It's a clip.
Let's see. There's a black stone again.
You clip it.
Clamping tesuji. Let's try that. No, it doesn't really help here either. So the whole problem is a little bit different than this one. But anyway, we'll look at this without this guy here. So this is clamp tesuji. Out of luck. Looks like crane's nest. Right? So far so good? Cool. So if we have this stone here, how can black try and resist? This way. How can white keep them separated? This way. Ah, but now, even if black plays here, he has this problem where the stones don't fit on the board. No, where he has a throw-in, snapback here for this one. Clamping tesuji has a lot of snapback. It's just one of them things. How many folks got my the thing I sent out on capturing stones last night? I sent it out last night late.
Yes.
Yes, can I see that? There's a bunch of slapping tesuji. There's a bunch of clamping tesuji in it. Okay, good practice on both of those. And I think there may be one or two of the nose tesuji. Yeah, okay, the clamping tesuji, and the other one, which I usually call the wedge tesuji, we're going to do sort of a quick and abbreviated version of that one, because I know there's a couple problems on your review, and I really want to get to these other problems that we had before we got to go. And it usually involves this table shape. The table shape, everybody's got this? How many of you have read Charles Matthews' Shape Up? You have. I know you have. Shape Up? It's that free shape series.
Do we have
It's
it
online.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know you've read it.
At least the first big chunk of it.
You got to read all of it. Okay, it's a great free book on shape. It's published by Charles Matthews. It's one of the few things I've seen like it. It's really great at sort of building your intuition on shape, which, as we know, is one of those important steps to being able to read. So Charles Matthews, Shape Up. It's not in print, but you should be able to find it. I know it's on a Korean site available for free. Check it out. It's a great resource. Anyway, so this is table shape. And your wedge idea usually shows up with the table shape, which is a big clue for this week. All right, so I put up a couple problems. They're black to play. They are net or loose ladder problems. And I want you to see if you can, except for one, which is a slapping tesuji problem. Okay? I want you guys to see if you can do that one. And so when we get all four of these answers, then we'll reconvene. It's what, 8 o'clock?
Which problem?
Which board?
These four boards right here. These four boards.
Are they all black to play?
They're all black to play.
Yeah.
You guys have been very quiet.
We're thinking hard.
It's because we're at least advanced reading.
Get it?
I think so.
Yeah, you sure?
Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work,
Let's see.
Frank. It didn't work. Gotta do it again.
I still haven't gotten all the way through it. I've got about the first 4 moves.
Oh,
Do you
right,
know
right,
the
right.
number? I can call it.
Yeah.
What are you missing?
This phone.
Oh, cell phone.
Was it, did you leave it there?
I did.
Yeah, it's in the office.
Ah,
We were,
that makes sense now.
we were ready.
This is a
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a key to
big
the office
cutting
now, that's
stone, so
amazing.
White has to
Well,
trace
that's
it.
one that I learned to bring. Very late
And
stone.
now I was reading that this doesn't work and this doesn't work, but I
Get
think this one works.
I think so.
Good.
So if white does this wedge. Here,
Before we forgot about it.
then
Unattended. Now I gotta start reading all of them.
All right, let's go look at it. This one's been on here for a little while.
Incidentally, these problems come from Go Saigen's Tesuji Dictionary.
Go Saigen has a tesuji dictionary?
Or at least I think I do.
Not
I don't know.
quite.
It's all it's Japanese to me, man. But I was like, man, where am I going to find some good net and ladder problems? And someone was like, well, here's a whole chapter where that's all it is.
Yeah, there's this other famous Japanese Go player that has a tesuji dictionary.
Yeah?
starts like this.
Good old, it's the Go Saint,
The
remember?
Go Saint Dosaku? I don't know.
I'll think of it.
Wow. Does that really work?
I don't.
Did we not?
What else? What
That's
else are
how
we
it
gonna
is.
do?
It's right
What else are we gonna do if this stone connects? It's like over. It's over.
Here's a hint. I just covered the Tesuji you need for this one. Eric, I believe in your ability to find this. I know it's uncomfortable.
Oh, dear, dear. Really?
Have you figured out where to start on this one?
This one?
This one is the longest one.
I feel like you have to cut it because you really
have to cut immediately. Good. So you've discovered you have to cut immediately. Great place to start.
Motherfucking ladder breaker.
Yep. You mean the Tengen stone being a motherfucking ladder breaker? Is that what we're talking about here?
Yes, that's what I was alluding
This is
to.
gonna get flagged on YouTube for profanity.
Shuko.
Shuka? No, it isn't Shuka's. Shuka's Tesuji Dictionary has been translated into English.
Oh, right.
That
Yeah,
is-
the multiple volume one.
Yeah, it's this
Yeah.
one.
That
It's okay. The problem with it is that there's never any review. Like there's a single example of the Tesuji, and that's it.
Oh,
Right? But that's this one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one I know of.
It's good. It's just like I don't want to just see it once. I want to see like 9 of them. And like get a chance to practice.
Let's try this.
Has to Atari.
Does that really work? Does it work? I don't know.
Takes. Problem is with Atari, if we connect them, what goes there?
Net doesn't work, short all liberties.
This is a great problem. Did you read this one, Dan?
Not yet.
You're our only hope.
I'm shocked.
That's a bad sign.
Colin, you might be able to get it too.
I think I got it, actually.
I actually think all of you guys can do it.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Well, I can count to 3 several times.
Well, I don't know yet.
You said 4
In a
once.
game, I don't tell you.
I was showing off.
This overqualifies you to be a roadie. You can go check 1, 2, check 1, 2. They only get to 2.
Yeah, most of the
Check
time.
1, check 1.
That's right. For expediency.
We have to start here. If we just get these stones, that we haven't solved the problem.
That's too slow. Oh, this is why you're complaining about the mother trucking ladder breaker.
Right. Otherwise, we're just be.
Are we ready to start putting stones on the board?
No.
First of all, can we all agree that we have to cut first? And we don't have time to do anything else.
Yes.
Okay.
And there follows another 4 moves, which
Seem pretty far.
yeah, seem pretty forced.
There's something
Did
else.
you find this one here, Eric?
But the net doesn't work because you need an extra liberty for the net.
All right, which ones did we
We
cover
don't have
tonight?
enough liberties.
We covered
So if you
clamping,
Uh-huh.
but I can't
push,
just
push,
clamp now. I mean, we
Atari,
have to cut first.
push this way,
So
pushes
one goes
out,
here,
and you try to
and I
net
do
there,
look at
there's one
this.
too many liberties.
But then
It's
white
got
goes
1, 2,
here.
3.
Rule that out almost immediately.
So we
You
gotta
have
go
to go there.
somewhere else.
So you gotta go there.
So white just comes down,
Yeah.
takes a
This
liberty.
shape.
7,
So I looked at both of these moves.
Is this not already?
9, 10, 11, 12.
Because if it is, you can.
It's important to count.
So it is.
It's important to get.
Yes. it must
It's
not.
important to count correctly.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh, that's hard to read.
8.
Problems with both of these moves.
He's only got.
Both of these
Both
moves.
of those ones. Okay, so broaden your
Oh,
horizon.
And I
that's a
looked at
tower.
these.
Doesn't he only have 2 over here? Once,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
isn't it just these 2?
When you get it, you'll be really satisfied.
This
I don't
one,
wanna tell
Atari
you.
here, and then here?
So
Yeah,
which ones
but
did we cover?
he
We
pushes
covered
out.
those tesuji.
And then how do you capture him from running from
The
the,
clamping
right? The
system.
only way is to
We
net,
covered
and then he has
the
1, 2,
slapping
3. He
system.
just takes,
How did it get over here?
so,
All right.
so cut,
Yeah. Yeah.
Atari,
Yeah.
push,
What?
Atari.
Wait, what? What?
No, no,
What?
no.
No.
Kind of more interesting.
No. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Capture,
Ah,
Atari,
okay, yeah,
fail,
yeah.
Atari, fail, Atari.
But then it's a ladder that goes
and
through
then
here. right?
Jump.
you net it.
Good. Now what?
That's hard because you only have 2 over here.
Oh,
It's so
okay.
But
hard.
I think you have enough liberties. It looks like it's just going to end with
what happens?
like a crane's nest.
You think it's a nest?
And white doesn't have.
That's what it looks like. Because you have 1 stone in
White's
Atari
gotta go
here, but I think you're going to
Gotta
fill
go
on the outside.
Boy, you'd
But
be
it's
really
hard
sad
to
then.
read.
You'd be really sad then because this stone would make it not
Now
work.
you gotta
Oh, is it a
figure out
ladder
from
that
there.
goes all the way around the corner then?
Goes all the way around the corner and comes back through here.
Oh, well, I would have ignored that then.
No, it's
Taken the
black
co
and
and
white.
lost the group.
Lost everything. It would
All
have been
right,
terrible. All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
do
All right, so here we
Yeah,
go.
do it.
So here, we've got to do this. Can't do this. Game's over already. Okay, so here, here. The real thing is we want to avoid having this happen when we're white,
Okay.
right? Like that's really why we're learning to read like this.
Read.
Danger, danger,
Danger, pull up, pull up. Eject.
All right, so
Do anything else.
do literally anything else. Okay, so here we
It's
are.
not worth it.
Here we are. What do we do?
Atari.
Now we
Gotta
jump.
jump. Gotta jump now.
Oh.
Now what happens?
So white has to push.
White can push and die.
Ah, okay.
Push and die.
So white pushes, white does. But
Right?
white-
So this is the first little fun fact. Push and die because we can have the.
Yay.
We are so okay on cutting points that. Ooh, that it doesn't work. So that means white has to capture. That's on. So now, what does black do? Plays here. You can't let white get a liberty. Right? If we play here, this string has 3 liberties, and white can come back and start playing.
1, 2, 3.
Isn't that interesting? The whole thing is to keep this string with less than 3 liberties. So when you're visualizing how many liberties does that string have. Problem is amazing.
Take this down. There's your ladder.
All right.
Wow.
Here's your ladder, almost. You gotta read that. You gotta do this one, not just this one. Otherwise, these
The
things,
ladder which threads between the...
which goes right
Center.
between the uprights.
That's
Field
so-
goal.
that's-
It's good.
That's so insulting. That's like rage quit for white.
Yeah,
Ran a ladder.
this is one day escape on KGS on you.
Right.
And how far back did you have to read this from?
Look, can we restore this to the original?
Yes,
Who can
yes,
remember
we
it?
can.
How many, count the stones.
Take off most of the stones.
Pretty much all of them, yeah.
Right.
So,
There.
4.
There you go.
Wow.
That white group
13,
is
14,
such bad shape.
like 20 moves-ish.
Fun.
And black can win this one.
We just did it.
But now that you know, how much of it can you picture in your head? Because this is that practice that makes it really good to practice picturing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Particularly because there's that tricky part that happens after you've played the cut and the squeeze. Okay, so we got the cut and the squeeze. How much of that can we hold in our head to find the next tesuji?
Right.
I was
Because once
only
we do that,
able to
then we
read
can
it up
find
to the
that, right?
first net.
Don't get discouraged, don't get discouraged, you can do it.
And then I just,
It's like 3 problems stacked end to end.
It's like 3 problems stacked end to end. All right, if you guys got this one, you guys got to do this one. Eric, did you find the answer?
Yeah, I found it.
You found the answer,
Yeah.
you sure?
Yeah.
Don't show me yet,
So,
because these guys haven't even had a
extend,
chance to try it yet. They've been trying to do this one.
Lamb. Sorry, Phil. I lost
You lost it, right? You lost it. You're like, damn it.
Oh, somehow the ladder just
All right, let's work on this one now. Incidentally, you know, you guys, none of you guys are actually on here except for your voices. Is everyone? Anybody want to get like? I don't know.
Actually, I noticed the back of Eric's head isn't some
Did
of the
you?
lectures.
Jeez, really? Oh man. Witness protection program. It's over.
Get that blur
Why not
ready.
just turn him over to the mafia? All right, this one. The first 2 moves are straightforward.
Sorry.
You know what? That's not it. Lies and damn lies.
No.
Did you get this one?
I just sort of watched.
Eric, get it? Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Are we having fun yet?
Did I come up short? Yes.
Okay. Did you get this one, Dan?
I thought so, but I just read it again and I was in Atari, so now I'm looking again. Trying to get a square angle. I can't read diagonally.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. All right, so what are the first 2 moves?
I got it.
You got it. What are the first 2 moves? Is that a good feeling?
I think I got this one.
What are the first 2 moves?
Atari.
Atari. The first move is Atari. It's got to be, because we have to capture the cutting stone. All right, what's the second move after white extends? What was that? What was that?
Gotta be Atari again.
Got to be Atari again. We do anything else, white plays there and takes our stone, and it's game over. All right, so here we are. This is a cool thing because we are recognizing this shape, the same shape we just talked about, in a different way. What is it? You see it now?
Yeah, it's here.
It's the slapping tesuji, right? Did you get it, Eric?
Oh,
You got it? It's this one, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Right? No extra liberties for white. Empty triangle, You don't usually expect to have this liberty in your head. It's like a blind spot. So you think this has like one liberty. It doesn't. It has two. And white is hosed. Fun, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting because this shape here, if we just see it like this, right, all the time, if we just see it like this all the time, right, we forget that really these stones can go off in any direction. What matters is that they have no liberties, right? What matters is that even if we make this longer, like this is still the same shape for the clamping tesuji, right? Still the same shape for the clamping tesuji, right? And in this case, this guy here is also doing crucial duty, but it's the same shape if we take this part all off and we just put this here, right? Clamping tesuji, usually needs some more support. We showed one where it looked like this, and that was sufficient to show, hey, it's obviously done. Less obvious that this can sometimes be just enough, right? Cool. All right, this one.
Okay,
This one is also tricky.
got an
because,
answer.
Again, how many folks have an answer?
I do.
You do. Who else? Who else has an answer?
I have an answer, a wrong answer.
A wrong answer. Okay.
Oh,
All right, so,
kinda
oh,
lost
should I
track.
put it down?
I don't know. Who wants more time? You do. Okay. Two. You two. Okay. Get some more time. I'm gonna get some more.
capture, connect, Atari. Doesn't matter. It just does, because you can just play that to songs. Wow,
Yeah, I think I see it.
that's cray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that, yeah, pretty sure that works.
This happened in one of my games the other day,
Did it really?
just like this.
Just like
But the colors were reversed and it was mirror image. But it was the same thing.
Other than that, totally the same.
Other than
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, this is from a Joseki. That's really. I love how these two stones come in play. I love it. I love it.
It's dirty.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Who wants to show it?
Okay.
Who wants to show it? Eric,
It's
you
all
wanna
right.
I
show
can't
Do
finish
it.
it completely, but.
Yeah, I
There.
Let me go here. White
You
goes
can't
there.
finish it completely.
Atari.
I mean,
He
I
takes-
can get to a stage where I know
Atari.
that white is hosed.
Connect. Atari.
Uh-huh.
Connect.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Capture, and white only has
Capture.
2 liberties.
White still only
We
has
have 3.
two liberties. We have 3. So
Yeah. Well,
So-
it's the
Not
connect
done yet.
underneath.
here.
So white tries this.
This is where it
oh,
can fall
this
up.
is where I
Yeah.
Can we just connect?
I don't know.
No.
White goes
What,
there.
Just Atari on the outside. What does it matter if he captures it?
Then you get a weird
Then
Liberty.
you're
Oh,
just gonna
it's
get the
free.
liberties.
Gotcha.
connect.
Suppose I just connect.
Well, yeah.
Suppose. Okay, you just connected. Okay, now what?
Okay, so if white plays on the outside, then
You
we just
throw in.
Atari down
No,
there.
no, throw in.
We don't have,
Oh, yeah,
this
you
this
don't
is
have to.
sufficient.
Right.
If white does something like this, we Atari, and if white goes here,
White still only has 2 liberties and you have 3.
Yeah.
So you can take the time to play here.
can white get a ko?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
If we go here to prevent the ko, then white
Yeah.
gets out. So I guess we have to fight the ko.
Interesting.
does white get it?
Yeah. This is the part that I didn't read at the beginning.
Does white?
No, white still doesn't get out. White still doesn't get more than 3 liberties.
If we go here,
If we go here,
oh, because we have a throw
we
in.
have a throw in.
We have a throw in,
Right.
and we have an Atari.
Right. Yep.
This
play.
one?
No.
This one,
No.
this
Net.
one.
Oh, that's 3.
But
That's
then
3.
white has 3.
That's right. This one's fine. Is this one here or is it here? I'm gonna have to check it out.
Every stone.
Right.
Because if it's there,
then
if
white-
it's there,
So
then you've
important.
got that.
Then you have to fight the cow.
No. If it's there, then you can play the nose tesuji. Right?
If it's there, if white's here, we just go there.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is if it's here and white has to play. Did you move something?
Oh.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah,
go
actually,
this
that's
way.
fine.
just go here? Yeah, white's gotta go here. And then can we nose,
It's 3, so you have to
White.
introduce liberty.
Atari,
God, I love this problem so
Oh,
much.
it looks dangerous.
I love this problem so much.
I think he's out now.
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
There
If you
is a
push,
truth.
if he extends one more time, then you can nose.
There is a
Except
truth.
You don't have enough.
you've only got
liberties.
3 liberties, so you have to
We
keep
can't
him
have
at 2.
We don't have time.
That's
From that
still.
point, you can't keep him down at 2, I don't think.
I don't have the power.
Oh, okay. Now I see.
Okay, which problem was that?
if we go one more.
Then he's got 3.